Okay, definitely seems a bit quieter today. Seeing as it's Monday, that is... Well, that goes against my usual schedule. What can I say? Hi! Oh, hey, just as I started talking, someone said something. Hi! Hi, No Brainer. Welcome. Congrats for being the #1 first person to say something, and also whatever this top fans means, but congratulations for being the top fan. Let's get started in a few moments. Just as I sort out things around me. You might see some of the mess, and there's a good reason for that. Actually, probably not, but I'll pretend there is. Okay, let's get started, and perhaps people will show up in a few moments. So it's transition. Bam. There we go. Yeah, so sometimes what happens is if you put people in the waiting room, they just click away. But then when people click here and then you are talking to them, they stay. So I'll just have to yap a little bit until that happens. Welcome, whoever is here other than No Brainer 7. If you're here, show yourself, okay? Don't be hiding, don't be lurking. That's not very courteous to do. I'm just kidding. You can feel free to lurk, but you know, it would be nicer if we could like all chat with each other. So this is first of all, this is a Monday, and there is a reason it's not the weekend, and I'm doing this, which is. Part of that is apparent in the video title itself. Part of that is, I will explain in a minute. But this is also the first stream since Iceland, which is crazy because I've been back for exactly a month, I think. Wait, hold on. Oh, no, actually, I came back on the 28th. So, yeah, it's been 1 month since I came back. And it's wild because it feels like... What does it feel like? Does it feel like a long time ago, or does it feel like very recent? Could be either. I've actually been organizing my photos the past couple of days because I just got reminded that I've still yet to post my Instagram posts for Iceland. I think what I might do is like a post for every week, so that would be 4 weeks. Or I might reorganize them into like 3 posts. Depending on like the significant events that happened while I was in Iceland. I don't know why I'm wearing this again. I keep saying this every single time, but I keep doing it. So we'll see. The thing is, like, when you have so much to post about, you gotta start choosing and start digging into like photos, different sources of photos. Sometimes it's your phone, sometimes it's someone else's camera, sometimes it's videos, and then you have to decide what to put in the post. And also, especially for something that's like so significant for me, it is quite an emotional journey to be there and leave after it feels very short period of time. So I need to move on. And the funny thing is, the reason I was reminded is because my sister posted her pictures from Switzerland from when we went there like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, I should do that as well. And then I remembered I've still yet to post Iceland, so I have to do that first before I can do Switzerland. And then whatever. When you travel to too many countries, too many expensive countries. So I have to do that. Yeah, that's annoying. But so yeah, I was looking at my pictures, and then it feels like a very long time ago, but also the memories come rushing back, which is nice. You love chatting, that's amazing. Happy to see another live stream. Brandon Garcia, hello, welcome. Yeah, it's been a while. I think the thing is that because I don't have like a long-term goal at the moment, like I don't like, I'm not taking an exam anymore. Like last year I did like the Welsh exam, this year I did the citizenship exam, and then like later on I wanted to, for example, work towards learning Icelandic through Swedish, so that was a goal as well. But right now, I don't have a long-term goal. I'm just winging it, so it's more like, oh, what can I do on stream that would be interesting for you guys? And one of those things is going to be in the stream, and I just got another idea for a stream. So they keep coming to me, but I need to make sure that they are workable and they are interesting. Wait, hold on. Yes, there we go. So, I mean, obviously, I won't tell you what they are now, but I will work on that as we go. But also in August, August. In August, I'll be away for quite a few weekends, so I won't be doing these weekend things either. I thought you'd be staying for longer. I know it definitely gives the impression that I'm there because I'm very slow at editing. I think how many videos in are we? We're 3 videos in, aren't we? Let me check. Yeah, 3 videos in. The third one's doing quite well, so I'm quite glad. If you know someone who would be interested in this Icelandic journey, definitely share the videos with them. Don't worry, I definitely have them planned out. It's a bit like, when I keep going back to that, but like I was binging that YouTuber Ed Pratt's videos a few months back, and what he does is, for example, he goes on a big trip, like going down the River Thames. He films everything and then he edits everything, and then like he shows up with like a video every week, like a TV series. I think that's sort of what I'm doing with the Icelandic videos now, because rather than like making one thing and putting it out there, I film everything. I did everything while I was in Reykjavik, and then now I'm slowly going through the footage, and it's honestly not easy because I have the footage from my camera, and one rule of thumb when I film vlogs, and it's something that someone else taught me, is that just film everything and then you can decide what to do with it afterwards. Now I'm in the afterwards phase. I have to decide what to do with the footage. And that is a tough decision to make, like what to include, what not to include. Or like when I have 1 hour of something, I'm like, oh, is anything actually worth including in a video? And I've got stuff that I filmed on my phone. I need to get them off my phone first. What else? Yeah, and then also I have like some tiny videos. Like I've got a reel filmed as well that I haven't edited. I've got something from Switzerland. So it's gonna take a while, and I haven't even got to the actual, like the non-vlog ones. I've got 2 videos planned. One of them is relatively simple. It's pretty much all filmed on location. So again, I'm not going to spoil it, but I will work on that. I haven't decided if I'm doing that like halfway through the vlogs, or like if I finish all the vlogs first and then I do the language fun facts ones. And then the big video, which includes interviews with like multiple academics and experts, that one it's going to take a while to sort out, because I need to go through the interviews, which are like 1 hour each, and then I need to write my script, and then I'll film it, for example, here or like somewhere near home, and then I'll edit that might take another half a year. I don't know, it will be a while, but that's why you should stay subscribed so that you're there when it comes out. You should maybe hire an editor if you want it to go faster. I've thought about that. Definitely I've thought about that, but for one, it's money that I don't have. Like literally, my last video was doing quite well, and then it's made me like £8. Like it's not going to pay for an editor. It's not even paying for anything. And for 2, I'm a bit of a control freak when it comes to like my content, because it feels like it's like representing me, right? So if I get someone else to represent me, I'm just gonna keep peppering them with so many requests that I might as well just do it myself, unless it's something that I can't do, like motion graphics. And I was actually talking about this with my friend Adrian from Acting Amazing, free plug for him there, when we were at the polyglot gathering in Czechia. So he says he has an editor because he hates the part of the process of editing. Like that's his least favorite part of making content. Whereas I was like, no, I love editing. Like I really enjoy the process. I'm just not very fast. because I have other things going on as well. But I really enjoy it. That's why I want to keep it in-house. And also money, unless you want to help me pay for it. Like, if you want to pay for an editor, maybe we can do that at some point. It's a common struggle. Yeah. I'm not really in a hurry. Like, if I had the time to dedicate to, like, if I were actually making bank from this, then I would have more time to dedicate to it. And then I could like probably get it out faster. But alas, no. But it is what it is. Like, I'm doing this as a hobby. So yeah, but I've got some other things planned as well. I feel like that brings me to the main topic of this stream. So I will talk about that in a minute. Whereas we yap a bit first with you guys. Fluent in 2 weeks. Oh, that's the question. That is the big question, isn't it? That's why I will be explaining what I'm trying to do with this stream, but only when there's more people come in, so that they don't miss the actual meat of the stream. If you're here for the first time, that's how it usually works. Like, I catch up with you guys a little bit, and then I go into what I actually want to do. So I was gonna say, yeah, why am I doing this on the Monday? Because for the regulars, I usually do this on like a Saturday or Sunday. And that's because I was going to do this yesterday. I literally scheduled it on YouTube. Thankfully, I did not make it public, because then I had to reschedule it. Because I've got a friend of mine who came visiting, someone who is very, very prominent in the Cantonese learning and promoting space. So we ended up hanging out with him and some local friends and his family. So at some point I was like, oh, we're about to have our Sunday roast. Might as well reschedule the stream. I can do it some other day. But then I can't do it next week, because then I would have to remake the thumbnail, because the thumbnail says 2 weeks. If I do this next week, that will be 1 week. So I can't be asked to do that. So it's a Monday. I've been trying to study French for like 3-4 years, have been visiting France for like 10 years, and you still can't speak. How often do you visit France? Like, I can't say I do that often, but yeah, how's my French? I wonder. Yeah, that's more the catch up bit. So since I came back from Iceland, I also did a Switzerland trip, but then I've been trying to settle back into my routine, which includes going to the weekly language event, and then sometimes I meet some people that I knew, and then like speak some French and so on. My French is always in limbo. I think it's at that state where if I really work on it, I can get decent, compared to, for example, my German. If I really work on my German, I can get really good, whereas my French is like, if I really work on it, I can get decent, but I don't feel a necessity to maintain all my languages on a high level all the time. Like, I'm not fucking Luca Lampariello. That fucking was not meant literally. I mean, I'm not fucking him, but like, I'm not him. So I don't have anything to prove to you guys. I don't have to be good at everything at the same time. I'm just doing what I do. Can you do Hong Kong Cantonese lessons? I mean, explicitly local Hong Kong, not Macau or Canton. What do you mean? Like private lessons, or like online? Because I've been teaching Cantonese for the past few weeks. I just did a lesson today, and I'm quite proud of my students. I am actually, since I started teaching Cantonese, I've been hoping to eventually take our content and then like put them together into like a more structured course. I haven't got the time to do that, but that's a goal that I someday have. Every summer for a few weeks is why would you go to France every summer? I mean, that sounds like I really hate going to France, but I just don't go to France every single summer. I have what do I do every summer? I actually don't know. Hopefully very soon I'll be working. Is German easier for English speakers? Depends on the person. For me, it's been easier compared to French. German is I don't know, it just makes more sense to me. And that's kind of a stereotype, but like the pronunciation is clearer. Everything is quite audible when you're listening to it. So I prefer German. Except when I'm in Switzerland, then I prefer French, because I can't bloody understand the Swiss German speakers. Like, what the hell? I love it, but I can't understand a single thing. So great. I have a goal of someday learning like a dialect of Alemannic German, and that that is a dialect group that covers it's like southwest Germany, Swiss German, and also bits of Austria, I think. I'm not sure. Not sure about Austria. Maybe not. Austria speaks Bavarian mostly. And then like also like Italian and like German in Italy. And I feel like if I learn one of the dialects of that dialect group, I might be able to understand the other ones. And that's partly because I have spent quite some time with Swabian in Baden-Württemberg, and I've got a good friend who speaks it, not all the time, but they can. And then also Swiss German is like, a big part of Swiss. Well, the dialect is a big part of Swiss German identity, and it's actually because of how distinct the country is. It's actually a lot more often used. Like it's much more visible and audible compared to like dialects in Germany. So I'm like, it might be a good way to get into like a German dialect of some sort. Yeah, because you actually see it and hear it all the time. It's like, unlike, for example, in Germany, you have some people who speak it, but then like most of the time you hear mostly something between standard German and dialect. Why did I start a German rant? I don't know, but that's something I want to eventually do. It's one more for the wish list. I've got my language wish list. Do you have advice for doing better in a language I already speak, but sometimes struggle with grammar and vocabulary? So like, do you mean struggle as in like when you speak it, you have to think about grammar and vocabulary? So definitely input until it everything is natural to you, because at some point you get to a point where, yeah, of course the grammar goes this way. It doesn't even need explaining. I think with my German, it's pretty much in that direction, because I say something and then afterwards when people ask me why you've got this ending, I'm like, oh wait, give me a second. Oh, because of this and that. So that's how you get there. We need formal courses in Hong Kong Cantonese, including writing. I go there for work research. Where are you from? You go to Hong Kong for research? That's interesting. I mean, we definitely have a lot of people working on them. Like I mentioned, I had a visit from someone who's very prominent in the Cantonese learning and research space, and like they have a bunch of projects all the time, constantly. And the different thing between them and me is that they work in like an institution, so they get funding to do that kind of stuff. For example, if you use the keyboard called type duck, like type and then like a duck, that one is funded by the university. It's a keyboard with which you can type Cantonese, but also by doing so you learn Cantonese, because like when you type something, like you see the word and then it's got like a translation, an explanation, so that kind of stuff. And definitely like other kinds of learning resources as well. Like, I mean, I do wish I could put some time into making a Cantonese course. That's like one of my like desires, but I don't think it's a possibility, because I've got a lot on my plate now. I'm doing this. I'm doing my podcast, which is a way for like intermediate, advanced Cantonese learners to improve, to get input, as I talked about earlier. Because for our podcast, if you speak Cantonese reasonably well, where you can understand like at least part of it, you can listen to it and then read a transcript to improve your understanding. So there's that. And then also, when I was in Switzerland, I randomly decided to start an Instagram where I just post completely random videos, but completely in Welsh. So normally, because on my main platforms, I talk about languages, but then on that new Instagram profile, I just don't care if I get views or not. And I also made a YouTube channel for that, so that I have a number of YouTube channels now, but there's a new one that has barely any subscribers and barely any views, where I just post shorts or reels of me talking about completely random things in Welsh. So if anyone's learning Welsh, there you go. Go to that channel. I think your way of living through a language has always inspired me, so I think how you do it is the way to do it. No need to impress anyone but yourself. I mean, it depends on the person. Again, I think, like, whichever way floats your boat, like, whichever way helps you is the right way. Like, one of the reasons I don't make how to learn a language videos is because I don't think there's one way. There are principles. There are principles that I go by and I recommend people go by, and there are ways that I think people should think when they are studying or practicing a language, but I don't think there's a one method that fits everyone. That's why I don't like to tell people to do certain things, but rather that's what I do, and then you can do it if you want to. And also, not everyone has the opportunity to live through language. Like, I don't even do that either. I mostly, when I get around, I live in English and my parents are here, so like we talk in Cantonese. That's it. It's only when I meet specific friends where I like get to speak some other languages, or like when I go to the language exchange, or when I make stuff online, then I use some of my languages. That's it. Yeah. So I'm also not living the way that I would love to. I started looking for jobs in North Wales, mainly because like I thought it would be an interesting challenge, I guess, to work in a foreign language. That's something that I've always wanted to do, but it's like I can't really do that when I'm in England, so I start looking in that direction. If anyone wants to hire me, there you go. But obviously a job is not a hobby, so like through doing that, I'm also like kind of furthering my cause and using my skills as well. So that would be one way of living through my target language, by actually, living and working in it. I know lots of people who move to other countries just because they really want to live in that language and they get a job there. But yeah. Tim Thatcher, I go to France for... Oh, you go to France for research, I see. Not the other way around. I was quite confused because like your name and your profile picture imply that you're from Hong Kong, and then you sounded like you go to Hong Kong. I'm like, what? That's cool. That's interesting. So you do research, like, is it about things in France or like possibly science or something like that? I actually have a Cantonese student who's learning Cantonese because he does research about like Cantonese speaking culture, and he is not obviously not native in it, and I think he gets by in Cantonese fine now, but he does go to Hong Kong for research like every summer, like you do, and I find that really cool. I think right now he's in Hong Kong, and every time I'm like, oh, how's it going? Do you get to speak some of your Cantonese with people? Or what do you do? Maybe I ask him how things have changed since I left Hong Kong, because I haven't been there for ages. What languages do you speak? I'm not going to that. That's going to be a long answer. What's up, Amr? Hey, what's up? What is up is that this is my first stream since I came back from Iceland. So welcome back. You guys should welcome me back as well. Go type in chat, welcome back. How dare you? You should be more welcoming towards me. Love your enthusiasm. Thank you, Arianian. I left Hong Kong when little. I want to learn how to write Hong Kong Cantonese, not Chinese. So do you speak Cantonese, right? Assuming you speak Cantonese, definitely listen to our podcast. If you become a patron, you get to read our transcripts. I don't know if you can read any Chinese at all. I guess it would be handy if you can read Chinese characters, but yeah, I would recommend it. I think it's made for exactly someone like you, because the transcript, I made a point of it. Like everything I do that's in Cantonese online, like whether it's my podcast or whether it's my YouTube videos, anything to do with Cantonese, I put subtitles and transcripts in Hong Kong Cantonese, in accurate subtitles. And also I'm very precise with like the kinds of wording and characters that I use, because Hong Kong Cantonese writing is not very standardized. So I made my own standard and I stick to it. So like, for example, if you look at our podcast's Instagram, there's lots of like highlights from our podcast. The subtitles, I always make sure they are correct and they are up to my standard. So you can go look at that as well. It's called Seoin, Seoijin. Because I think if I were learning Cantonese, that's what I would want. Rather than like, usually when you look at a video from like a Hong Kong YouTuber, you get inconsistent subtitles. Like some of them is in standard Chinese, some of that is in Cantonese, but not really accurate, or like some mixture of them. Like I made a talk. I'm definitely going on a tangent here, but since you brought that up, I did a talk a few years ago. That was my first ever Polyglot Gathering talk. And hold on, this one. This one. I made this. I did this a few years ago, and it's about like, you know, the unique phenomenon of subtitles in Cantonese, because it's exactly what I described, because of the nature of Cantonese writing, written Cantonese. And then I mentioned how I noticed there's increasingly more YouTubers having Cantonese subtitles, but we're definitely not at a good point yet. It's not been completely normalized to have Cantonese in your subtitles. So yeah, but that's it. I mean, it sounds like a self-plug, but it's kind of what I believe in, so it's important to me. Hope to see you again. Are you leaving? No brainer. But thanks for the welcome. Willkommen zurück. I just realized, what the hell? My YouTube chat has automatically translated you, Amr. I need to. How do I stop it translating? Stop translating? I want to read. What the? Huh? That's annoying. Chat, do you guys? So when you look at Amr's chats, this one. So I mean, here it's in German, right? But in your chat window, does it show up in your language? Does it like auto translate? Let me know, because like when I look at it in my YouTube like dashboard, it says welcome back, so it's translated. I hate that. I hate it when YouTube translate things without letting me choose. It's like the thing with the automatic dubs. Like sometimes it recommends a French video and then I click it and it's in a English robot voice. I fucking hate that about YouTube. The Americans, aggressively monolingual. Like, how do I? It's German for you? How do I turn off the translations? Maybe it's somewhere in the settings. It's not in the chat box for me. Jesus, I hate this. Sorry. It's actually setting me off. It's genuinely, the YouTube auto dub thing is one of the things about YouTube that really pissed me off, and this is reminding me of that. Don't assume I'm monolingual. 你呢度點啊？肚餓。I need to make Hong Kong colloquial Hong Kong Cantonese as official written language. We should have done that ages ago, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon with the current climate. But like written Cantonese is normalized in a lot of situations. Like for example, on social media, I think that's pretty much been completely normalized. Nobody bats an eye when you write in Cantonese. Some people write in standard Chinese, and I bat an eye, but I don't know if other people do. Hei, hapus i weld ti eto. Llongyfarchiadau ar y holl bethau gwych sydd wedi digwydd yn ystod y misoedd diwetha. Diolch yn fawr. Mae lot o bethau wedi digwydd. Rhaid deud. Beth sydd wedi digwydd? Dwi'n mynd i'w gwlad yr ia, ac hefyd, just teithio, cael gwopr am y fideo nes i efo S4C. Oedd hynny'n cool. Dwi dal yn agos tan gai fynd i'r swyddfa a gweld y whopper efo llygaid fy hun. Dwi'n eisiau mynd i'r swyddfa a tynnu llun efo'r whopper sy'n ysbrydoledig. Dwi'n gweithio ar hyn o bryd, felly rhaid i mi fynd. Dwi'n deall, felly dwi'n jyst yn siarad i fy hun. Ar hyn o bryd, is the official name of Hong Kong's language. Hong Kong is Hong Kongian. You don't like Cantonese? There is no official name. Like, famously, there was a whole shitstorm about what's the official language of Hong Kong, and officially it is English and Chinese. And Chinese in the context of Hong Kong can refer to anything. Generally, when you say Chinese in Hong Kong, it refers to Cantonese, but it is also ambiguous. I'm fine with Cantonese. I would call it like a Hong Kong dialect of Cantonese. Cantonese being the language, and Hong Kong speaker dialect of it. It is pretty mutually intelligible with Cantonese from Guangzhou, but not completely the same. That's how I usually call it, or just Cantonese. I don't know. I'm pretty descriptivist when it comes to these things. If people start calling it Hong Kongese, I'll call it Hong Kongese, but I don't think that's a thing. Whereas Hong Kongian, my friends actually say it's a huge missed opportunity that the adjective for Hong Kong is not Hong Kongian. Sadly, it is not, but it's a huge missed opportunity because it sounds like Hong Kongyan, like Hong Kong person, Hong Kongian. Your notifications are not working. It's probably not you. It's probably YouTube. Like, people are not coming to my videos from notifications. Like, that's actually a statistic that you can see in YouTube. How many people click on your notifications? And like, nobody. Hope to see you again in Iceland. I would love that. I actually, my teacher, who actually was the person who invited me to Iceland in the first place, he told me if I ever want to like go to Iceland to work on a project or something, he would be very happy to like arrange things for me, arrange accommodation, and welcome me back. So now the question is just, what can I do in Iceland? If anyone knows someone in Iceland who would like to pay me to write music, I would love to go there. But I don't know anyone who would do that at the moment. Or like, if someone wants to play my music in Iceland, maybe I can get funding from the UK to pay for that, and I can go to Iceland and then see you guys again, and then I can also meet my teacher again who arrange things for me. That would be ideal. But sadly, I don't know. I'm depending on you guys. You guys help me do some extra networking. I've never encountered YouTube auto dub. Really? That's weird. YouTube has been recommending a lot of videos for me in like French and Spanish, because it's like, oh yeah, it's auto dubbed in English. You can understand English. Hold on. What language are YouTube in? If your YouTube is in a language that YouTube cannot auto dub, then maybe it won't recommend the auto dubbed videos. And you cannot change the auto dubbing settings. Only the creator can turn off the auto dub. That's the thing. Like, I've turned off mine because I fucking hate it. I won't shut up about this. So rest assured that when you click on my video, you hear exactly the voice as it's meant to be. But I don't know. Is that really how you pronounce the name of the region? Which region? What did I say? Guangzhou? Is that what I said? Maybe? Canton? Maybe he meant Canton? Canton, because Canton is an area in Cardiff. Okay, now, speaking of Canton, time to do the reveal. What is this stream about? Yeah, classic. 45 minutes in. So in 2 weeks' time, actually less than 2 weeks now, because it's been weekend since I planned this thing. So 2 weeks minus a couple of days, I'll be going on my first ever camping trip. Okay, so by the way, interesting language difference here. In Hong Kong, if you say camping, generally you go to like, what's the name of that? Like, not this kind of camp. It's like a hostel. Yeah, so you go to like the hostel-ish kind of camp. You live with people on like bunk beds, that kind of stuff. If you would talk about this kind of camping, we call that wild camping. And I didn't realize that until I moved to the UK. So in British English, when you say camping, generally you refer to this camping, right? I don't know what you'd call the hostel kind of camping. And that is obviously because we don't do much of that in Hong Kong, except for some hobbyists who love doing that. And that brings me to the main thing. I am actually going on a camping trip with Hong Kong people, one of the rare ones who actually love doing it, not unlike me. I'm actually quite excited for it. It's going to be an experience, but I'm going to have a lot to learn. I'm also buying some gear for it. Not a lot, but like I'm buying some gear. If you want to help me get some gear, you can support me here. I've got myself a tent, like a second-hand one. I am going to need like a big backpack as well. Some sort of jacket, just in case it gets cold in the night. You know, that kind of stuff. I had to plug, sorry. But yeah, if you want to help me get there, there you go. Twist is, so I've been saying I'm going with Hong Kong people, right? Why am I learning a language for that? Plot twist, I'm going with deaf people, because there's so many Hong Kong deaf people in Manchester, or in the UK at large, but mainly Manchester, that there is actually an actual community of them in here, and I'm friends with some of them, so that's why I've been invited to go with them. But the thing is, I don't know Hong Kong Sign Language very well. I know British Sign Language, and when I talk to them, I usually use British Sign. But if I were to go with an entire group of Hong Kong people, it starts to feel a bit weird that I am what feels like speaking English to my own people, right? So that's something I'd like to avoid. And also when they talk among themselves, I don't want to be left alone, just completely confused. And you came at just the right time, Michelle. That's basically what I'm trying to do now. Okay, so the premise is I need to be fluent in Hong Kong Sign Language within 2 weeks. But I put air quotes on fluent because I don't need to know everything. What I need to be functionally fluent in a specific scenario. And that's what some people call, like, I think, islands, or like language islands or something. I forgot the actual term they use, but the idea is that when you learn a language, you first get good at talking about one thing. For example, you get good at talking about your life, and then you get good at talking about the economy, and then you get good at talking about nuclear science. You know, they are like specific topics. You learn to use a language in specific scenarios, and then you gradually expand those, or you get more islands, and then you connect them, and bam, you're fluent in the language. So here is my first island. So how much Hong Kong Sign do I know? Well, as of now, I've been learning it for around 3 weeks, or 3. That's Hong Kong Sign. That's British Sign, Hong Kong Sign. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Because I started learning in May because why was I learning it? Oh, right, because like I had one of my friends who's the friend who invited me on the trip. This friend kept organizing like get-togethers for like a dinner, and I was like, hey, it might be a perfect chance to learn the language. So I started watching videos on my own. I think I mentioned that on stream as well. So I learned it for 2 weeks, and then bam, 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 I went to Czechia, went to Iceland, I went to Switzerland. Now it's 2 months or more later. And then I started binging more videos, which I will do, but not on stream. I'll start binging more input videos to get better. But I need your help, okay? I need your help. And that's why I'm here. That's why you're here. I have gathered you here today to help me build this island, okay? Before we get to that, I'll read some chat, and then I'll show you how I'm going to do that with you guys, with your help. Please don't leave. What did I miss? I meant on every individual video you're able to change languages, just how you can change quality. Yeah, but then you have to start playing it, and then you change the language, and that's really annoying. Also, I don't want to hear 1 second of that robot voice. So you try BSL Cantonese lip patterns? I mean, I could just use BSL, but the point is, I don't want to be the only person who doesn't know the language in a group. It feels like when you're in like Sweden and then you're with a group of Swedes and you only speak English. That's a horrible feeling, right? Is it not? Okay, is it? Do you mind a whole group of people accommodating your language? No, hold on. Hold on. I'll make it a poll. How do I delete this? I'll remove. Poll. What is happening? Where is my clipboard? What? Okay. Do you mind a group of people accommodating your... No, actually, I'll make it a... How much do you mind? Not at all. A little. A lot. Okay, let me know what you think. Because like, when for example, when you're an English speaker in Sweden, like everyone will speak Swedish to you, which is why it's hard to learn Swedish and like those languages. And that's how I'm gonna feel if I'm the only person who doesn't know Hong Kong sign. Like individually we can talk in BSL, but that would be like all of them accommodating me. I guess in terms of the deaf world, I'm a banana. Like I'm an Asian, but like I only know the white language. So that would be, yeah. I'm trying to avoid that, and also I'm trying to avoid. It's a bit like what deaf people call the dinner table syndrome. So what it means is, usually when a deaf person is with a bunch of hearing people, the hearing people talk among themselves, and then like, because lots of people are talking at the same time, the deaf person can't lip read them all at the same time, and then they get left out. And then when they ask what they are saying, the hearing people are like, "Oh, I'll tell you later." And that's exactly what I want to avoid. I don't want to be like get the reverse dinner table syndrome, where I'm the only person who doesn't know what they're saying, even though I know a sign language, but not theirs. It might end up being confusing for them because, yeah. This is why my dad did with astronomy in French. He doesn't know much everyday vocab in French, but he can hold a conversation to some degree and yap about Mars. Yeah, I mean, one of my friends who actually is going to be on the stream in a couple of weeks. That's been planned. He does a lot of he does like research in linguistics. And he reads a lot of sources in German, but when you try to speak German with him, he can't really speak it at all. Pretty much that's him. Yeah, so he can read really advanced German, but not speak it. And that's also probably what I can do in languages like French. Yeah, my French is very like asymmetrical in that way. Did you say Czechia? Oh, check that out. Are people from Hong Kong Asian or formerly British? Yes. A lot, because I feel guilty and I feel like I should at least put some effort in it, even if I get wrong. I feel like if I get to basic level, then they would be happy to help me improve. But by basic, I mean like I can communicate. But if I can't even do some basic communication, then it would be more like, oh yeah, that's fine. We can switch languages for you if you need to. I don't even know if all of them they can sign British sign, because like I only know like 2 out of like 8 or 9 people. So I don't know if they all know British sign. Maybe some of them literally can't communicate with me. I don't consider myself Asian. I prefer Oriental or formerly British. Mate, don't say that word. That's a very sensitive word. We don't use that generally. Like if you prefer it, that's fine as well. But like generally, people don't use the word Oriental. I think, right? Do you do? Do you guys say Oriental? I don't mind it personally, honestly, but I know a lot of people who do. Okay, let's see the poll. That is interesting. 60% people say not at all. I'm quite surprised. I mean that's valid as well, but like I personally mind it a lot, and that's, I guess, kind of why we're here with the whole language learning polyglot thing. if I didn't mind that, I wouldn't be here. But okay, time to show you what I'm talking about. The language islands, and why I need your help. Let me check. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to brainstorm a bunch of words and phrases that that might be helpful when I'm in like a camping scenario. Okay, so let me see. Let me put like a camping related. So like, especially considering I've never been camping, I could use someone's help to figure out what kind of stuff I might say or might hear in this scenario. Okay, and also I'm gonna include some like general basic vocabulary that would also be helpful. I know some already. I know the, like, how to say basic things pretty well, but like, for example, colors. So we're gonna do this in 3 parts, okay? I'm gonna put this in a heading. We're gonna do like general things that might be useful in general, and then is HKSL related to the camping trip? That's what I've been saying, okay? We are brainstorming. Okay, your job, yeah, I'm just commanding people now. I don't know. I hope I have that kind of influence to command you to do things. Your job is to help me brainstorm what kind of stuff I should look up and learn to say. And then my job will be to, do that as well. But also I will look up how to say that. If you want to watch me look it up, maybe I'll do that as well. I haven't decided if I want to do that on stream, but you can decide if you want to see that. So we can start with like general words. I think I'll make this. Oh, what did I just do? Heading 1. Yep, general words. First of all, I need kind of categories of words that would be useful, like in general. So, for example, not like economy. Probably that's not gonna be useful in general. It might be useful in kind of specific scenarios, but not in this one. I never use that word to describe a person or culture, or Oriental. It just feels wrong. In other contexts, it's probably not too bad, but it really depends. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I think that's my understanding. Generally, people don't use that, but I don't know. Tent, food, sleep. Okay, we're going straight to the camping related words. Okay, let's do that. I could have made this a spreadsheet. That doesn't matter. That's fine. Okay, so tent, food, sleeping bag, fire, first aid kit. Okay, injury. So this hurt, that hurt. I was going to say how likely am I to get injured, but I guess that's useful to know in general. Help. Tools. What kind of tools? I guess the way you assign tools is just like mime it, right? Weather. Oh, outdoors. Outside. I don't know how to say outside, inside. I guess inside, I think. That's good. Anything else? Anyone else who has been to camping? I feel like most people I know, at least in the UK, has been camping except me. because it's not part of a culture, as I said. So I'm thinking, well, while you guys help me out, I'll think about like just categories of general words I should know. Feelings. For example, happy. I know happy. Sad. Sad. Yeah. Sad. Happy. Angry. I don't know any other emotions. Do I have emotions? I don't even know. Food. What kinds of food? I don't even know. Someone is in the group chat is talking about food, but they haven't been into any details yet, so I don't know what kind of food is gonna be there. I guess ham. Egg. Will we have egg? Bread. I don't know how to sign any of these things, so that will be helpful. Toast. No, not toast. You can't toast in a tent, I think. What else? I want to say toilet. I know how to sign toilet already. That's WC. So I know that already. WC, toilet. Hungry, thirsty, unwell. Great. We've got emotions. It's like we're building a character. I think I learned green yesterday. Oh, yellow, blue, red, white. I know these ones. I forgot. I learned green yesterday. Oh, yeah. Green is bisexual. Yes, green. What other categories are we thinking? Feelings. Yeah. I'm just thinking about like what kinds of topics we had in BSL level 1. I can't think of anything. On the topic of sleeping bags, carry mat and survival bag. I literally don't know what those are. Should I Google them? This is me also learning how to survive. What are those things? Thankfully, I feel like I think the campsite we're going to is a pretty like well equipped one. Like there's proper toilets and things. So I joke that it's like it's a hotel without the rooms. So I think generally we'll be fine. But what's like a carry mat? I don't even know what that is in any language. What is this? Oh, like this. Oh, is that what it's called? That's a yoga mat. Is that what we're talking about? Why would we need that? Tinned food. Let's say tin. Anything that keeps well and won't be likely to go off. Oh, that's true. That's true. Hold on. The group chat was talking about whether someone has a fridge. And I think the answer is no. That's... Yeah, I think no. But let's say fridge. Fridge would be useful. Useful word to have. I was thinking something else. I was thinking swimming. And like shorts, like swimming or swim, because that's what I'm looking for right now. Oh, jacket. I guess jacket's gonna be just miming, but worth checking. Food. Okay, food is here. Okay, so let's put tin. What other foods are likely to show up? Free time activities, sports. Let me make a category here. So, free time activities. I'll put swimming. No. Swimming. Hiking. What else do you do when you can? I literally don't know what we're about to do there. I'm currently only concerned about what how to get there and how to survive. Like I honestly don't know what we're gonna do. So I assume hiking is part of it. Sports. What kinds of sports are you likely to do in a wild camp? I'm guessing not football. I know how to sign football, but I don't think it's relevant. A survival bag is for you to sleep in with your mat, and a sleeping bag if your tent leaks in heavy rainfall or if you lose your tent. Okay. Yes. Yeah, my tent is pretty rudimentary. I thought about returning it and then getting a one that has like a rain cover, but at that point I was like, nah, too much work. I'll get one if I go a second time. It's like, for all we know, it's probably the only time I ever go. For all we know, maybe I'll get hooked and go again, but that's. Well, I'm just treating this as a one-time thing, and that's why I haven't got a good one. But I think in the worst case scenario, I think like some other people might let me sleep in their tents, because I do know that someone has a tent that has like extra space in it. They originally were going to let me stay in theirs, but then they changed their mind because they were like, actually no, privacy. But maybe if it gets bad, I think they would let me. What if I put this in relevant phrases? Can I sleep in? Is it okay if I stay in your tent? My tent is leaking. Maybe this might be useful. Just get the survival bag. They're only a tenner and last long if you look after it. Okay, you know what? I'll just quickly Google survival bag. This one. Oh, that's funny. That's funky looking. What is this? Windproof and waterproof. Okay, I might look into that. We'll see. Oh, so that's what it is. Interesting. I also don't know if I need... Oh! Backpack. I might need a bigger backpack than what I have if I have to put all the stuff in it. I'll be driven there, but not from my home. So like if I had like 10 different bags of stuff, I wouldn't be able to take it to the car to meet the driver. They're really cheap and don't look like much, but it's probably my favorite piece of kit from my DOE expedition. Oh, you did that as well. Yeah, that's why I say like everyone has been on it in this country. That's from my impression. Like I looked into that, and the funny thing is, when I heard about the Duke of Edinburgh thing, I was like, that sounds kind of familiar. I feel like I've heard that word before, other than like, you know, the Duke of Edinburgh himself. And it turns out because we used to have that until we were taken by China, and then we stopped having that. It changed the name to something else. And it's still something similar, I think. There is like different levels, and like you do some sort of expedition as well. But just all in all, I don't know many people from Hong Kong who has been camping, like wild camping. As I said, usually when we say camping, we mean like hostel camping. So most people have been to those, but not wild camping. It's not in the culture, but definitely lots of people do, just not many. They also have survival instructions printed on the bag for emergencies. If I had my old one, I'd give it to you, but I don't have it on me at the moment. It ruined my back. What do you mean it ruined your back? Wait, so you had one? You were in it? I don't know how it works, honestly. Whatever this is. Oh, it's like a tiny... That's handy. That's handy. Oh, sorry, I meant to... Yeah. That's easy to pack, I think. But yeah, I probably need a bigger backpack if I want to start packing all the stuff in there. It's only 2 nights, by the way. It's 2 nights. So it's not a lot of time. But it will... Yeah, it's like I'll be fine. Like the worst case scenario is I'm like, let's just drive back. Like we have a car and we're not that far from civilization. It's like near some towns. It's fine. We're not in the wilderness, I think. We're in a campsite. The amount of stuff we had to carry 10 miles a day was like a third of my entire body weight, if not more. Now I have scoliosis, but that's a result of other issues. Wait, you get scoliosis from that? The expedition ruined my back. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I think I don't have to be too concerned about surviving just because like it's not that it's not an expedition. It's like chilling out in a campsite. Might as well actually let's look at what the campsite's like because I know where we're going. Hold on, I need to. We're going here. Oh, oops, what I do? I don't know how far this is. Like, how far is it from civilization? It's not far from Llangefni. I know Llangefni. I know Oriel Môn. I haven't been there, but I know of it. So, like, there is people living around here, right? Actual houses. So it's probably fine. I'm just going along for the ride. There is a shop nearby-ish. I can't tell how far it is. Not far for sure. The bag probably helped it. The bag helped it? What do you mean the bag? Oh, okay. Right. So, let's brainstorm some things that I might have to say, okay? So, other people also watching, people watching, help me out. Okay, what kind of stuff am I likely to say when I'm at a camp? Like what? Asking for... What would you ask for? Ask for food. Like, where is the food? I don't know. Who is going to... I don't... If it's 2 days and not much carrying heavy stuff around the region, you don't need much. Just bare essentials, food, shelter, first aid kit, and phone and some warm clothes to sleep in. I'm gonna have two what do you call that? Mobile chargers. Because phone for one, and also I'm going to need my camera, because I'm definitely going to try and vlog that. Especially, my friend was like, Israel, if you end up interpreting between Hong Kong Sign Language and Welsh, I want to see that on camera. So if that ever happens, you can be damn sure I'll try to vlog. I'll try to include that. I'll catch it on camera. You have a spare blanket or jumper? That's a good one. I don't have a... how do you say blanket? A jumper. Those are useful words. Or is that a question they're asking? Do you have a spare blanket or jump? Is that... Yeah, that's a phrase that you suggested, not something you're asking me. What else? Meanwhile, I might start... What I'm going to do is look up some words. Not all of them, but some of them. I think once I know the signs, I can probably put them together reasonably well, because the grammar is not that different from BSL, honestly. How do I do this? There we go. Okay, so got the dictionary here. Oh, okay, it's a bit too wide. Can we make it less wide? Bam. I'm gonna fit this. Yeah, there we go. They're the right size. That feels wrong. Okay. That's pretty tiny. Do you have a camping gas stove I can borrow? Oh, Can I borrow your gas stove? I know how to sign borrow. That's borrow. Borrow from you, borrow from me. But I don't know what gas stove would be. Maybe just mime it somehow. I'm gonna start looking up. Let's say tool. There we go. This fucking dictionary, man. Okay, so this dictionary is is like the best Hong Kong Sign Language dictionary, and it just has the most unexpected kinds of words in it, like what stool sample. And I love just clicking around and finding words that I would never even dream of looking up. But let's see what stool sample is. Love that. That's poop. That's shit right there. No, that's a sample. No, sample of your shit. There you go. I know how to sign shit. She lives in Manchester, by the way. Okay, let's look at tool. Oh, okay. Gongo. That's this. That's the sign for this. Bam. That's how it works. And then, so I guess various kinds of tools. What else? I don't know if you'll be doing much hiking, splitting up into groups, but anything related to directions. Oh yes, directions. Oh yeah. I mean, left and right are easy. I know how to sign left and right, but like, what? How? Okay, when will we meet up later? I don't know how to do later either. I need to look that up. What kinds of directions will you be likely to use other than left and right? So like near this, or like Michelle, what kinds of like landmarks would you be using to indicate directions? Okay, we've got some chat on Twitch. I'm sorry, it tends to be missed, but I am reading it even if it's a bit late. I don't know how much later as well either. Aliana the Starbard. Hello from Politics Tag. Oh, okay, so the tags do actually do something. I don't use tents when sleeping outside of a house unless camping with family. All I need is like a sleeping pad. Those roll-out ones you can buy in a hiking store. Sleeping pad. So like the pad we were looking at just now. And a sleeping bag. Shelter can be crafted. Aliana, if you're still here, I don't know if you're still here, Aliana, but do you craft your own shelter? That's crazy. That's cool. You need one so the earth doesn't sap your heat. Sleeping pad. That's cool. I don't know what that is, but I need to look it up. Okay. Oh, how do we... I'll just put something on Twitch chat just so that it's less lonely. I think they left after I didn't respond to that. I feel bad. Every time I do this, like I stream for like 1 hour and then one person shows up on Twitch and says something, and then I don't see it because it's been nothing. It's been nothing for a long time, and then I miss it. Okay, where was I? Where's my YouTube chat now? I've lost my YouTube chat. I did something the Brits call bushcraft in primary school, and we sometimes got split up or separated when we were camping in the forest. I'm glad this is not like a training camp. It sounds like you did a lot of like training things, but I think we're just mostly chilling. I'm mainly going for the linguistic training. Yeah. We use whistles to locate each other, but obviously you can't do that with... That's true. Yeah, no, we're not using whistles, probably. How do you call to a deaf person from afar? Other than, like, throwing a rock at them. You can't shoot them with an arrow. No, that's not very constructive. Maybe flash... Michelle! Shame on you. Why would you say flashlight? Come on. In this country, we say a torch, but thanks for that suggestion. We say torch, okay? Not flashlights. Could work instead for short distances. Yeah, that might work at night at least, not in daytime. No sense of direction. I've only camped twice in my life. Not the best person to ask. I've crafted a shelter before. Whoa, what do you do it from? Like from like trees? It's really fun, but it's really hard work when you're working with almost nothing. It also depends on what nature gives you, depending on where you're camping. Crafting shelter in the forest is much easier because there's often better resources. Again, I'm going to a campsite. It's not in the wilderness, I think, at least. Honestly, I don't know what's there. I've read about someone has sent like a description of the place. Let's see. Yeah, it's great location. It's I'm reading stuff from here, so I'm gonna switch back. They say that the location is great. It's near the beach and like little towns and Menai Bridge. It's great for exploring the island. It's got caravan spots. You've got electric hookups and clean toilets and they have fucking laundry. They have children's spaces and pet spaces, and then you can look at the mountains. And then there's hill walking. Another word that I learned after I moved to the UK, hill walking, and cycling routes. I wish I could go cycling there, but I don't think I'm bringing my bike there. I'm actually going to bring my bike to London in the week after that, because I've been hearing a lot of things about cycling in London, and I'm like, I kind of feel like giving it a try. I might go for it. So I booked a train ticket with a bike spot, and let's see how it goes. That's going to save me a ton of money, a ton of tube money. It's okay. It also says that campsite is like 5 minutes on foot to like shops and pubs. So like we're basically in civilization. It's fine. I'm starting to feel like they got us a caravan site that's not meant for like camping, but I don't know. I'm not planning this thing. I'm just going along with it. Linguistics cat, text them to get attention. See, there you go. We've got the answer. They've got the answer. Text them. Well, maybe it will buzz or something. That's probably how it works. I should probably like get the WhatsApp on speed dial, so that whenever that happens, and also remember everyone's names really quickly. There is like how many people on this trip? There's 9 people, including me, and I know exactly 2 of them. So I wonder how it will go. I forgot what it's called in English. Well, if you look at your phone, if your phone is in proper British English, it says torch right here. It doesn't say flashlight. Branches, twigs, sometimes dirt, and especially moss. A moss roof is really... Oh my goodness, moss. It sometimes helps with rain resistance, and it's not perfect. That's mad. There's like... I feel like there's just a lot of knowledge that I don't have in regards to nature. Because... We are city dwellers that don't really do this kind of stuff in general. Again, I don't want to generalize, but like most people are not into this. It's like when I went to Sweden and everyone's like an expert in fungi, and then I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? We have mushrooms and that's it. they're like, oh, this one is edible, that one isn't, or like, where can you find this or that? It feels like that. I just know nothing about nature. It's interesting. I guess it's part of the like the adapting to the new culture as well. I don't need a screen share right now. It's not an element of the culture that I need to live in the UK. But like for example, if one were to move here and then like desire to become like the average British person, I feel like that's something that you would have to learn, right? Would you agree with that? I don't know. And then that's interesting. You know, that could be in life in the UK, and that could be in the citizenship test, but it's not. It tells you people enjoy gardening in their free time, not people go to build shelters in the forest. I don't get taught that. I didn't realize people did that until now. So that is interesting. we actually, I want to also look up like branch, twig, probably the same sign to be honest. Moss. I don't know if that's going to be useful. Maybe not. We use tar. What's that word? How do you pronounce that? Tarpaulin. You don't need it if you build it well, but it's not like you will find that in the woods anyway. I'm kind of envious. It sounds like a really fun trip. I don't know what to expect. Honestly, it is a venture into the unknown in multiple ways for me. Like obviously, I don't know shit about camping and nature. Like I don't know anything. But also it's a linguistic part as well, because I'm going to be surviving in the language that I have basically never spoken to people. So that's going to be interesting. If I were to do it with like British deaf people, that would be much easier. But now I have to do all this. But like people who can sign will tell you that it is actually not that hard going from one sign language to the other. Because once you have learned how to think visually, it's actually not that difficult to switch to different one. Like, especially since, I'm from Hong Kong myself. So like a lot of the cultural basis of Hong Kong sign is my culture. And like lots of signs also borrow from Cantonese. So that's actually going to be not difficult. The main thing is just like getting it into my head as soon as possible, and also practicing. Neither do I. I just did it once or twice. Yeah, but like lots of us haven't done it ever. Like even hiking is a relatively niche activity in Hong Kong. Believe it or not. Like Hong Kong is well known for hiking, but Hong Kong people, in general, like most people I know, they've been hiking like a couple times max. And it's also so accessible as well. Literally just take transportation to somewhere, and then you just go on the trail, and then you pop out somewhere, and then you get on another minibus, and then bam, you're in civilization. Because it's literally just next to all the houses and things, or the buildings. I mean, not houses. Sometimes houses. That's one of my biggest regrets about like from leaving Hong Kong, because I've done very little hiking back then, and then now I'm kind of into it. I'm not good at it, but I'm into it. And then it's too late, because it, like over here, it's a much bigger hassle to go hiking, because you have to drive somewhere usually, and then you have to, park and things, and then do lots of planning. So yeah, but message refracted. What happened, Stevens? What would you say? But yeah, my point is, it's, again, I don't speak for everyone, but in general, I notice that people don't really hike much, except the tourists and like the expats. The expats hike a lot. Don't even get me started on CCF. What is CCF? What is CCF? I can never do that for the hiking. Your parents are into hiking? Many of your friends are passionate hikers. Really? That's cool. I know like 3 people who are into hiking in Hong Kong. That's so interesting. You don't need to be good at it to enjoy it and have a good time. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe if you don't want to die. Like when I was in Iceland, my friends went on a hike one Saturday. And then they were planning it. And then they saw a sign on like Google Maps images that says, oh, warning, like don't attempt this trail unless you have been trained. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm not going. Also partly because I was busy, so I couldn't go either way, but I just didn't go. And then they did say like there's a lot of like climbing, scaling and that, so I can't do that. That's why I'm glad I learned the word hill walking, which is like hiking on easy mode, I suppose. They've hiked everywhere in Hong Kong. They even went to Guangzhou and other places to keep hiking. That's so cool. See, that's what I wish I'd done when I was in Hong Kong. But you also have to kind of know people who want to do it. You shouldn't really go alone. So like, obviously I know a lot of Hong Kong people, I think, but I've only been invited on hikes for once, and that's for like an entire army of churchgoers going together. And then afterwards, after I moved abroad, I saw some of my old friends doing more hiking, but that's it. There's so many places around I want to go hiking before I move it back home. I don't know if I'll be able to fit it into my schedule. I think the planning is the worst part of hiking. I don't know how to plan. I can just go along with people. It will be so fun. I barely know anything about it either, but you learn, and it's usually a really good time. I've been told that it's quite likely what's going to happen when I go on this trip is that people will be very excited to teach me their language, and I hope that is the case. That is an ideal outcome. Where was that? I'd never seen that before. In Czech Republic, I take the red trail every time. They're harder, but not exactly unsafe, and there's no climbing. Climbing is a different sport from hiking. I don't. I'll see if I can find that for you. Because so that Iceland is where they went. I don't know where the trail starts. They saw a picture somewhere. Not this one. Oh, I meant to share my screen. Sorry. That's the mountain they went on, near Reykjavik, and then someone sent one of the pictures that's from the Google Maps. I don't know where that is. I can't find it now. Maybe it's somewhere else. I think it's like halfway through. Iceland climbing area. Okay, I don't know where it is, but there is a sign somewhere on the trail, like at the start of the trail, that says, "Don't do this unless you're trained." I guess they just want to avoid having to rescue people. So they probably exaggerated the danger, and it's probably worse in winter, I assume, because it's Iceland. But that's part of why I didn't go. The other reason being I was busy. I'm just confused because I've never seen that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start looking up some. For example, let's see if we can find tins in here. Oh my god, there's different kinds of tin. So this is a tin, and it's got the different kinds of can and then can opener. Let's see what they're like. I assume it's just different ways of opening it. Okay, that's where you open it. Yeah, so that's how you open it. What about this one? Easily open style. Oh, I thought that was the traditional style. That's not the traditional style. That's the easy open style. So the traditional style is the one. Is that the one that like you have a little fork and then you turn it and then it rolls up the tin? What about the can opener? I'm gonna have can openers. That looks like a smoking gun. The can, and then you use a can opener on it. Okay, what else? Okay. I have to look up green again because... By the way, the great thing about this dictionary is that it's got Chinese and English. Green. So you can search green. Sometimes like English has fewer synonyms, so I search with English, and then sometimes Chinese has less synonyms, so I search with Chinese, because it's not very good at identifying synonyms, I think. And also it's got the lip pattern for the Chinese word, the Cantonese pronunciation, and then the English word.
Green.
Yeah, these are explicitly for the deaf people to practice lip reading, to help them understand what people are saying. Yeah, exactly. That's a bisexual one. Yeah, green is bisexual. By the way, that means bisexual in BSL. But the thing I don't like about this dictionary is that the lip pattern that they use. Well, in general, Hong Kong Sign Language uses less of the Cantonese lip pattern than BSL would use English lip patterns. So like they only mouth the words for like specific words. for specific signs. But then sometimes they mouth it, and then it's actually the Cantonese word, whereas the dictionary entry is the Chinese word. So this actually is not the word they're mouthing sometimes in certain signs, and it's really annoying. So that's like just the problem with Cantonese, as like its nature. That's how it is. Okay, let's see. Tent, I know tent, unless it is. Nope, it's a bit buggy. Not What's telegram? I want to know telegram. It's kind of like going down a Wikipedia rabbit hole. Like you just randomly click stuff and then see things. Whoa! What? So you I guess you tap send and then it flies because Telegram is like a paper airplane. That's so cool. What about incoming Telegram? Okay, we don't need that. Where was I? Oh, WhatsApp. Let's look at WhatsApp. Actually, I think WhatsApp is this, but I need to check. Oh, close enough. WhatsApp. Okay. And also another great thing about this dictionary, it's just got like related words. I can just click on something random. High definition. Okay, yeah. High clear. And then I'm just gonna do this for like 2 hours. It is so fun. What else am I looking up? I know toilet, I know tools. Oh, hurt. What about hurt? No, not self-mutilation. But I do want to know how you sign that. Okay. Self-mutilation. Suffer injuries. That's useful. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty self-explanatory. It's like a cut or like it's graze. You get grazed. What else? I might just look up pain. Oh. Wait, what? That looks bored. Okay. Ah, that's the one I've seen. Okay. Okay, good. Pain. Yeah, somewhere hurts. Abdominal pain. Tummy. Okay. Stomach ache. Oh, I know why it's this one. Okay. I think Linguistics Cats, if you're still here, you know why it's this. That's great. Okay. I might do this with Czech sign. There's an online dictionary like this one, but it also translates into other sign languages. That's cool. This one is just Hong Kong sign, but it translates into Chinese and English. Headache. I'll just go through the different kinds of pain. Yeah, headache. Yeah, head pain. Oh, painkiller. That's useful. Stop pain. Medicine. Yep. 止痛藥. Also, the fun thing about learning Hong Kong sign is because like Chinese is so analytic, so like every single part of the word means something. So quite often the Hong Kong sign is just word for word translation. So stop pain medicine. That's what it's called in Cantonese. Wai Tin higher. Yeah, the text is it's delayed, but also that's what I was saying. I don't know how if I can show you this, but like I was saying earlier, you probably weren't here, but YouTube, the streaming studio thing is translating everything into English, and that's really pissing me off. I have to if I hover my mouse on top of the message, it shows me the original, like Y18. Maybe look at medication. Yeah, I know medication. This one, it's pretty self-explanatory. Medication. Sore throat. Yep. So throat hurt. Easy. Great. Why cry? Don't cry. Intolerance or allergy? Oh, yeah. Let's see. The allergy. Mangam. Okay. Again, word for word translation. Because allergy, mangam is like sensitivity feeling. So, mangam. This is I feel, or I think I feel. Mangam. 皮膚敏感, skin allergy. But that's like BSL. That's pretty simplified. What about, I don't think intolerance would be there, but we can... Nope. Okay, I will have to find a way to tell people I cannot drink milk. Oh, I don't know how to say milk. Milk, here we go. Okay, cow. What's the English word for this when you... Oh, milking. You milk the cow. Because I was thinking Polish, and Polish is it's Deutsch. I don't know why I'm thinking Polish, but yeah, milk the cow. Cow and milk it. I've seen that on videos. I hate the auto-dubbed ones in English too. I can just read the subtitles without listening to the AI voice. Yeah, I really hate the AI voice for that. I've done that rant already. I'm not going to go back to that. But you can, if you're interested, you can go and listen to me rant about that for like a few minutes. I always wanted to know why this is T. I've seen this like once. Why is this T? T. Oh, is it because like... This might be your area, Michelle. How do they get tea off? Like, how do they make tea leaves? Is that part of the process? Like getting some tea leaves off something? So, milk tea. Milk tea. Here we go. Cream. What's cream? I'm going into another rabbit hole. It's a milk rabbit hole. It's not loading. Oh, it's loading. What? That's okay. That's, is that oil? Load. There you go. No, that's not oil. That is oil. Like in BSL, this is oil. It's an absolutely disgusting sign, but that makes sense. Now this is Hong Kong sign. Now I want to find out Made. Oh, it's just okay. Where was I? I was looking at milk things. Milk tea, milkshake. I don't eat milkshake. Sheep. How do you sign sheep milk? Also, should it not? Chat. Do you say sheep milk or goat milk? Do you drink sheep milk or goat milk, or both? I think you drink goat milk, right? I honestly don't know. This is Cantonese brain time. Okay, this is Cantonese brain. Sheep and goat are the same thing. So I don't know if I'm drinking sheep milk or goat milk. This says it's sheep milk, but I feel like it's goat milk. Let's look at soy milk. I want soy milk. Soy milk is useful. I'm lactose intolerant, so. Okay, so bean, milk. Makes sense. Bean milk. But oat milk is not part of this. That is fine. Cheese. What's cheese? I don't know cheese. What? Is this really cheese? I feel like that doesn't feel like cheese. That's yogurt. See, that's yogurt. That's not cheese. I'll have to look up cheese elsewhere. They're pretty intuitive. At least some of them to me, but the ones are based on Chinese characters I wouldn't get. Yeah. So like, stop pain medicine. linguistics again, you pasted a whole Chinese sentence here and then it got auto-translated. 香港手語中茶的詞源主要來自具象徵式動作，透過模擬採摘唔識讀茶葉或端起茶杯飲用的形狀嚟表達。Okay, so yeah, that's how tea is made. They pull the leaves off the tea trees directly. They don't strip the stems like that. So I assume the flat hand shape is actually the leaf and the other hand is doing the picking. It's some sort of picking, I think. Milk tea. Very useful. How do you sound useful? Let's see if it's in the dictionary. Yes. 有用. Yeah, I guessed it. 有用. 有用. Yeah, I have to think in Cantonese to sign Hong Kong sign. It's really interesting. It's like I have to think in English to sign British sign, just because there's so many connections between the languages. Because like the other day, my friends were talking about how you sign sex in Hong Kong sign. I'm like, I don't know how to sign sex in Hong Kong sign, because in my brain all I had was like BSL for sex. And then my friend was like, no, you do know, because I taught you that. I was like, wait, what? And then I started thinking in Cantonese, and then I immediately knew the sign. So it's very interesting how I like store them separately in my head. Sheep and goat milk are different. They're both okay, but I don't like milk, only soy milk. So you milk, so cow milk, don't like. Soy milk, like. I don't know how to sign only, and I tried looking for it, I couldn't find it. I don't think that's it. 技能. See, that's can, that's not only. Oh. Okay, sure. Search 下子. No, only, no, that doesn't make sense. That looks like it could be yogurt or cream cheese of some sort, but not cheese. But then you guys have cheese from tea and cheese foam tea, and cheese foam isn't cheese. Is it not? I don't know what that is. I don't drink cheese foam tea. I can't. Because say that. 因為呢個 I forgot. It's this one or this one. 因為 okay. 因為 because I milk drink tummy ache. So cannot. I think. No, that's will not. What's cannot? Oh, cannot. Will not is this. Will not. Yep, that's the one. Will not. Cannot. Cow milk drink cannot. The grammar is basically same as BSL. 香港手cheese sign in my memory is like 食指 pointing the mouth and 依起棚牙 like this, like how we do dentists in BSL. I'll quickly try to look it up elsewhere. Might be on another dictionary, because that one we just saw, that's definitely not cheese. That is what was that? Yogurt. Nope. 芝士冇娛樂. Nope, nothing. Okay, so I gotta ask someone. Nope. But like that? Like how we do dentists? TC. E. Also, like yesterday when I was talking about this with my friend, and my friend said, you should definitely ask if Hong Kong sign has a sign for Wales, because we're going to Wales. And then I'm like, there's probably a way to say it, because like we have the Prince of Wales Hospital, and as I have established, in my many videos, we tend to say Wales Hospital. So there's probably a way to sign Wales in Hong Kong sign that is not the BSL one. Because this one means piss in Hong Kong sign, so not that. And I was like, oh, you should go ask people. And then my friend said, no, you should ask them. You're literally going to Wales with them. So I'm going to do that. Note to self. Yeah, you know what? I'll just put this in there. Wales. I need to ask them how to sign Wales. Actually, let's see if... No, it's probably not in here. I think, no. Maybe. It's got some hospitals here. Sha Tin Hospital. That's not the same. No, it hasn't got Prince of Wales Hospital. I'll quickly... Yeah, Sa Tin Yi Yun. Yeah. No Prince of Wales. It's got all the hospitals but Prince of Wales. Unless, hold on, is it the same hospital? No, not the same hospital. Okay. I think in Czech when signing BSL most of the time because the grammar is similar. Oh, the BSL grammar is similar to Czech. Yeah, but for me now, because I know the BSL grammar, when I learn Hong Kong sign grammar, I think in... No, I don't think in BSL, but like I kind of transfer it pretty easily. Like, what do I like? I fish like... That's Hong Kong sign grammar as well. And in BSL, I fish like... It's like a sweetened, slightly salted tasting milk foam topping for... But I know what that is, but I don't know what it's made of. I'll quickly look up weather, and then there's probably going to be like a bunch of related words, and then we'll call it a day. Tin Hei. Yep. Sky, air, Tin Hei. Oh my god, I love this language. It's just translate word for word from Cantonese. Tin Hei. Now let's see if there is... Yep. Related words. Let's look at related words. Okay, so... Okay, what do they call that? Early morning, sunset, so sunrise, sunset, evening, air, rainbow, I know rainbow, sky, heavy rain, natural, I don't need famine, typhoon, I don't need typhoon, but it sounds interesting. I'll learn about typhoon. Oh. Okay, typhoon is just wind that is so strong that your entire person is blown away. Very early in the morning. Okay, the sun is about to come up, but only a little bit. What about this? Sunrise. Yeah, that's self-explanatory. Sunrise. Those are pretty universal, I think. Sunset, just a slightly different hand shape. Evening. Okay. Oh, okay. This is night. This is evening. Halfway there. Air. Oh, like when you have like an oxygen tank. Okay, good. Sky. Sky, yeah. Rainstorm, that's important. Okay, just that. Rain coming down. And natural. Ba. You go ba. Anyway, so this has been fun. I think the rest of this is on me. We have like a list of things that I will be looking up afterwards. We haven't got a lot of phrases, sadly, but I'll make them up as we go along. That's one thing that I generally do when I'm learning a language anyway. It's that when I'm learning a new word, I'm like, oh, what can I say with that? It's like kind of like what we are asked to do in school. Like, oh, that's a new word we're learning for this week. Try to make a sentence with it. Like, for example, the weather is good today. Today the weather is good. It's bad. Heavy rain. Okay. How do I say like I don't want to? I just want to. I don't know what don't want is, but like stay. Is it this? Stay. Let's see. Stay. Stay. Okay, so the tent. I will stay. I want. Want. Well, what else? What else can I say with the stuff that I just learned? I guess the tent is leaking. That's pretty self-explanatory, I think. That should be relatively universal. Yeah. Your food. I don't know how to your is it just you, I think. And then your food borrow. You don't borrow food, but I take it. That looks like something UK people can... That's true. That's true. Yeah, probably. Don't do that. But then again, you know, British deaf people do this as well. And also, I mean, in Hong Kong, you do this for your elder siblings. So yeah. Colombia. A bit like the Scottish variant. That's not... Why is it people keep saying it's like a different variant every time? Some people say it's Australian. Some people say it's Scottish. It's just British. And like Banzo, it's everywhere. But people are just too scared to use it. It's just BSL. But yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. I need to go have dinner now. Thanks for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed this. And genuinely, I mean, when I need to use a language in very soon, that's what I would do. Like, I need to use this language for a specific purpose. So I will learn the language for the specific purpose. And that's you know, the whole language island theory. So next week, I think I have an idea for something. I'll see if I have the time for that. But if I do, you'll see me right here. So, bye.